Tom, take the horse back and clean him properly.
Freedom, the capacity to exercise choice. Well, yes, Master, I will do it.
Slavery, the condition of being owned as property for the betterment of another.
I am
free,
slave,
taking control,
under control,
because I am the master.
and I am the property.
But together,
We are both human beings. We were both bought for one
price.
by one master.
And one day,
We will both stand before God
and be judged
together.
Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Arthur, who was that low-bred fella you lugged into our dinner table today?
Oh, he was just a man I transacted some business with. Last time I went down to Natchez, I had some accounts with him.
Is he a Negro trader?
Why, my dear, whatever put that into your head?
Of course, I knew you never meant to sell any of our people. Least of all to such a fella.
Well, Emily, the fact is the business lies so that I shall have to sell some of my hands.
To that creature? Impossible. Mr. Shelby, you cannot be serious.
I'm sorry to say that I am. I've agreed to sell Tom.
What? Oh, Tom? That good, faithful creature? Oh, Mr. Shelby, and you've promised him his freedom, too. You and I have spoken to him 100 times of it.
Well, I don't know why I'm to be rated as if I were a monster for doing what everybody does every day.
But why? Of all others?
Because he will bring in the highest sum of any, that's why. Oh, the fellow made me a high bid.
The wretch! Tom is a noble-hearted, faithful fellow, if he is black. And I do believe, Mr. Shelby, that if he were put to it, he would lay down his life for you.
I know it. But what's the use of all this? I can't help myself.
Oh, Mr. Shelby, I know all the little cares and joys. But how can I ever hold up my head again among them? If for the sake of a little paltry gain, we sell such a faithful creature as poor Tom.
There's no choice in between selling him and selling everything. He must go, or all must.
This is God's curse on slavery.
I was in his power and had to do it.
Suppose we must be resigned. But, oh Lord, how can I? If I knowed anything of where you's a going and how they serve you, I heard them tell how they works them up on them all plantations.
Well, I'm in the Lord's hands. Nothing can go no further than he lets it. Come now, let's think on our mercies.
Mercies? I don't see no mercy in it. It ain't right. Master never ought to left it so you could be took for his debts. You've earned him all he gets for you twice over.
Now, Chloe, you know it goes against me to hear one word against Master. Well, he would have never let this come on me. If he could have ceded a forehand, I know he would.
Well, it's wrong about it somewhere. I'm clear on that. Now, let's put up your clothes. To think on it. No creature to do for you. So go well.
We ought to look up to the Lord above. He's above all, and don't a sparrow fall without him. Chloe, there's a Mrs. coming in.
A good fella. I can't give you anything that'll do you any good. But I tell you, before God, that I will keep trace of you and bring you back just as soon as I can command the money. Until then, trust in God.
Come, you ready?
Give my love to Master George.
Tom! Tom!
Mr. Simon Legree, Tom's master, came round with that air of efficiency which ever characterized him to take review of him.
Stand up and take off your boots. There, put these on. You belong to a church, huh?
Why is, Master?
Well, I'll soon have that out of you. I've none of your bawling, praying, and singing on my place. I'm your church now. You understand? You got to be as I say. So now, mind yourself, for I don't show no mercy.
One night, Tom was suddenly aroused by seeing Cassie, the mulatto woman who had been bought in the same lot as himself.
Come here, Father Tom.
What is it, Miss Cassie?
Father Tom, wouldn't you like your liberty?
I shall have it, miss, in God's time.
But you may have it tonight. Come along. Legree's asleep, sound. The back door's unlocked. There's an axe there. I put it there. I'd have done it myself. Only my arms are so weak.
Well, not for 10,000 worlds, missy.
But think of all these poor creatures. We might set them free.
No, nothing but evil will come of it. The Lord hasn't called us to wrath. We must suffer and wait his time.
Wait. Haven't I waited? Waited till my head is dizzy and my heart's sick. No, his time's come, and I will have his heart's blood.
Oh no, that you mustn't do. The dear blessed Lord never shed no blood but his own, and that he poured out for us when we was enemies. Oh Lord, help us to love our enemies.
Love such enemies. It isn't in flesh and blood.
No, miss, it isn't. But he gives it to us. We can love and pray through all, and that's the victory.
Father Tom, I can't pray. When I try to pray, all I can do is hate and curse.
Oh, Miss Cassie, if you could get away from this place, if the thing was possible, I would advise you to do it. And that is, if you could go without blood guiltiness, not otherwise.
Father Tom, I will do it.
The escape of Cassie irritated the temper of Legree, and his fury, as was to be expected, fell upon the defenseless head of Tom.
Well, Tom, you know I made up my mind to kill you. Unless you can tell me what it is you know about these gals.
I ain't got nothing to tell, Master.
Do you mean to tell me, you old black Christian, that you don't know?
I know, Master, but I can't tell anything.
Pocky Tom, you think I don't mean what I say? This time I've made up my mind and counted the cost. I'll either conquer you or kill you. One or the other. I'll take every drop of blood there is in you till you give them.
Master, you've taken every drop of blood in this poor old body. Could save your precious soul, I'd give them freely, as the Lord gave his for me. Oh, Master, do the worst you can. My troubles will be over soon, but if you don't repent, yours won't never end.
There was a bustle all through the Shelby mansion that day, an expectation of the arrival of young Massa George.
He appeared with a certificate of freedom in hand to everyone on the place.
We don't want to be no freer than we are. We don't want to leave the old place and Massa and Mrs. and the rest.
There will be no need for you to leave me. However, you are now free men, so I shall pay you wages for your work. Old Uncle Tom's gone to a better country now. It was on his grave, my friends, that I resolved before God that no man through me should ever run the risk of being parted from home and friends in dying as he died. So think of your freedom every time you see Uncle Tom's cabin. And now, my friends, look up and thank God for the blessing of freedom.